Hey guys, it's Mike with Riding in the Ozarks, and this video is going to be pretty raw because, well, to be honest, I meant to get it out 3 or 4 days ago, and we lost a family member a few days ago. So the last 3 or 4 days have been a whirlwind. The next 3 or 4 days are going to be a whirlwind. It's actually going to cut into our time at Bikefest and stuff. But there's been a couple of new things that have been announced in the last few weeks about Bikefest I wanted to share with you guys, make sure you knew about. And I thought maybe I would share some of my favorite rides and roads there at the Lake of the Ozarks with you guys. So let's get into that. Let's start with what's new for the announcements, and then I'll share the rides with you. First off, I mentioned it in a live stream, but I don't think I put it in a video, but y'all ought to know who Big Randall is from Cycle Showcase. I did a video about Cycle Showcase in St. Louis earlier this year. If you didn't know about that event, go check that out. It's awesome. But he's doing Cycle Showcase at the lake this year during Bikefest. They're going to be set up at the resort where Encore Bar is. It's easy to find on the main strip there. And he's going to put on a premier bike show there at Lake of the Ozarks during Bikefest this year. I am going to try and get by and see it, but the way our schedule is going to work, we're not going to get to the lake till Thursday night. So we probably maybe can see it Friday morning. We're going to do my meet and greet and giveaway stuff at 11 to 1 at the ice hole on Friday. And then I got to leave right after that and get back home. Because on top of everything else, we've got a wedding rehearsal that night and a wedding for my future son-in-law on Saturday. So I'm going to have like 24 hours or less at Bikefest this year. But I'm going to come up and do my meet and greet. I had vendors donate stuff for that, and I promised to give it away, so we're going to make that happen. If you're going to be at Bikefest, stop by the ice hole, 11 to 1 on Friday, and I'll have some door prizes to give out, give everybody a chance to say hi. Witchcraft Cycle Works and some other people will be there. But getting back into the new stuff besides Cycle Showcase, Papa Chubby's has announced that in conjunction with Sturgis Buffalo Chip, they're doing a ride-in bike show on Saturday. So I'll throw a link to that, Papa Chubby's. I'll put the flyer up on the screen here or something for you guys to see that. I think it starts at 11 a.m. on Saturday. I know the Badgers have a ride on Saturday. That's also another new event. You can check their Facebook or YouTube to find out more information about that. I'll try to put a link in the description down below for Cycle Showcase, my meet and greet, the Badgers ride, the Papa Chubby's ride-in bike show, all those things. Also, there's a new campground that's been in development this last year. They've really been putting things together, and they got a new restaurant. They're going to be open this weekend for Bikefest. It's Great American Dive Bar over on the west side of the lake. I really wanted to get over there and check that out. Maybe we can get over there Thursday night and say hi. I'm trying to work in as many things as I can, but it's going to be tough with the short amount of time we're going to be at Bikefest this year. But they're going to have like bands and bike games, and they're building a campground out there. I think they're going to have tree houses eventually and stuff. They've really been working hard on it, and I want to go check that out and see what it's like. So maybe we'll have an after-action report for you on that campground if we can get there during Bikefest. I may just have to run up there one weekend and check it out and hang out. So let's get into some of the rides, some of my favorite rides. Now, this first ride, I'll throw a map up on the screen, but I've got a map here so I get my letter routes for you right. If you're coming in from the north or the east, I would recommend trying to hit this road on the way in. So just west of Highway 63, there's a little town called Taos, Taos. You take Highway M out of that, it's going to run into Highway B, take you down through St. Thomas. You're going to cross the Osage River twice on this route. You'll come down into Meta, and you'll take Highway 133 south for just a short jog, and then you get on Highway 52, and you take that back across through Tuscumbia and back into Highway 54 at Eldon, and you're just like 10 miles from Bagnell Dam and Lake of the Ozarks. I really like that ride. We've taken that scenic way to go to the lake sometimes when we're not in a hurry. Did it as a birthday run for me one year. Really nice, beautiful ride out in the middle of the country. You get to see some really scenic stuff. Be up on, ridge tops looking out over river bottoms and stuff. So it's a beautiful ride. Now this next ride, this one here is one that's really popular with people at the lake. And some people like to think of it as their kind of tail of the dragon at Lake of the Ozarks. It's Highway W, runs on the north side of the lake. It'll run from the Highway 54 and Highway W intersection right there, northwest into Versailles. And and you'll hit Versailles at Highway 5 and 52 in that junction there. And, it's a 24-mile ride. It's a nice ride. I've done it. Take you 30 minutes roughly. You could double back if you just want to do it going back and get back over the lake quickly. But if you want to turn it into a loop and do a loop around the lake, it is actually part of this well-known loop run around the lake. So then you would head south on Highway 5 from Versailles, come down through Laurie and Sunrise Beach and all the way down to Camdenton, then take 54 back up past the Harley dealer and stuff, and back all the way up to Highway W, and that makes a nice big loop, and they call that a loop around the lake ride. I've done it several times. There's a couple variations of it even. Now this next ride is one of my favorite rides going to and from the lake. I take sometimes one road in and another road out, but I've set it up here for you guys as a loop. I kind of designed it as starting at the Lake of the Ozarks Harley Davidson dealer. That's a vendor park. There's going to be lots of vendors there and stuff, so you'll definitely want to go check that out. I've got to get out there Friday morning before my meet and greet. But you would take Highway 54 south out of Lake of the Ozarks Harley Davidson, hit Highway A, take that all the way down to Richland. That's my recommendation. Take it all the way to Richland. You'll come out, you'll hit 133, take that across until you get over to Crocker. You'll hit Crocker, take Crocker, you'll take out of Crocker, you'll take Highway U back to the northeast toward the lake, hit Highway 42, take Highway 42 into Lake of the Ozarks, and then you can jog back down on 54 to the Lake of the Ozarks Harley Davidson dealer to make a loop out of it, or go hit one of the local bars or scenes if you don't want to go back to the Harley dealer. But that's a nice 80-mile ride, take you a couple of hours, very scenic, good roads, give you a good taste of what it's like to live here in the Ozarks and ride on these roads every day. All right, guys, we've covered Cycle Showcase, Papa Chubby's Sturgis Buffalo Chip, the Badgers Run, my meet and greet, and 3 or 4 roads that you can go ride while you're at Lake of the Ozarks Bikefest. I almost forgot to mention that they have a passport run at Lake of the Ozarks Harley Davidson. So if you don't know what a passport run is, you get a little book, you pay $10 or $20, I don't know what the cost is exactly. I'll throw it up on the screen. But you go do a ride and you get your passport stamped at all these different businesses, local businesses and stuff. It's a great way to get to know yourself. It's a great way to get to know your way around the lake because you're going to find and discover all these roads and businesses and where they're at, things like that. And then you turn that in on Sunday and somebody randomly going to be picked is going to win some motorcycles. They're giving away a brand new Heritage this year. They're giving away, I think, a couple of other metric bikes or something. So yeah, it's a great time. Definitely check out the passport run if you have time. I hope everybody has a great time this year. I know I'm not going to get to see some people that were looking forward to seeing me and riding with me there. I'm sorry, but things just didn't work out this year between a loss in the family and a wedding on Saturday. So we'll be there for the meet and greet. Hopefully you can come out and say hi for that. Maybe you'll win some cool stuff. I got stuff from Custom Dynamics, Let's Roll Dolly, Beyond Riders, Kimi Moto, Harley Davidson, Lake of the Ozarks Harley Davidson has donated some stuff. So I really appreciate everybody that's donated stuff. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but I don't have my list in front of me. Anyway, you guys enjoy Bikefest this year. The weather's looking pretty good. From what I hear, they're going to have the traffic shut down to bikes only on the strip. So I hope you guys have a great time partying. Be safe. Y'all stay safe and keep on riding.